Welcome to our Common Sense channel. Today's topic is how France exploit Niger. We shouldn't be surprised. Now, Devon Morgan is a writer and researcher. Two of his books are Demystifying Cancer and The World Common Sense Challenges. They are available on Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, or directly using the email address in the description. So, greetings, Brother Devon.
Greetings, Brother Tarka.
Now, why shouldn't we be surprised that France has been exploiting Niger?
Okay, before I answer the question, listen to this brother giving a breakdown of how they have been exploiting Niger.
So there's a French mining company that for the past 60 years has basically been controlling the entire country of Niger. And that company is called Arriva.
Arriva will stay in Niger. Arriva won't give up on Niger.
So uranium mining in Niger basically started in the 1960s, and it was started by a French company called Somina. Now, over the years, through a series of acquisitions and mergers, Somina and a group of other companies became Arriva. Now, this story is about Arriva and its chokehold on the economy of Niger and the country's struggle to break free. Arriva currently controls 3 mines in Niger, and for the past 60 years has been exporting billions of dollars worth of uranium from the country. However, the people of Niger have not reaped the benefits of having Arriva mine their natural resources. Guess who benefits? France. Because while the lights on the Eiffel Tower stay on being powered by the uranium from Niger, the people of Niger sleep in total darkness. And whilst thousands of people are employed by Arriva in France and in high salaries, the miners in Niger are forced to work under extremely difficult circumstances. The French firm made a lot of promise to the people of Niger. However, Arriva has failed on all of its promises, and after exploiting their resources, they leave them with nothing but sickness, death, and diseases from nuclear radiation.
Now, the question was, why shouldn't we be surprised that France has been exploiting Niger? Now, I'm going to answer by asking you a few questions, and the answers will make it obvious that we and Africa should expect it, and we shouldn't be surprised. Question number 1. Was France involved in enslavement of Africans?
Yes, it was.
Did they colonize Africa?
Yes, they did.
Do they and the West currently practice racism?
Yes, they do.
So why would African leaders expect them to treat them fairly?
Come to think of it, that doesn't make any sense.
Now, it would only make sense if they don't fully understand the purpose and aim of racism. Racism was invented to oppress and exploit Black people and Africa to maintain Western dominance. Here is some of the explanation from the horse's mouth as a manner of speaking.
We will not allow sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them dirt cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's nothing Africans can do. Of course there is. Okay, but this is the opposition that they're fighting. This is what it's about. Because if Africa does do something different, I assure you living standards of all those in Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall.
So basically, we have more resources than the West, and they don't want us to control and develop what we have. So therefore, in short, why they don't want us to become self-sufficient or powerful?
No, they don't want us to become anything near self-sufficient or powerful, and definitely not united. From the beginning, we had more than they had, and they wanted what we had. Currently, Europe's natural resources are wood, soil, water, fish, natural gas, coal, and iron. It's claimed that the US has abundant supplies of coal, crude oil, copper, lead, iron, gold, natural gas, timber, bauxite, and uranium. On the other hand, the continent of Africa has 40% of the world's gold and up to 90% of its chromium and platinum. The largest reserves of cobalt, diamonds, platinum, and uranium in the world are in Africa. It owns 65% of the world's arable land, which means land that is good for cultivation. So 65% of the world's arable land is in Africa, and 10% of the planet's internal renewable freshwater source is also in Africa. It also has sugar, salt, iron, cobalt, copper, bauxite, silver, salt and silver, petroleum, and cocoa beans, but also tropical timber and tropical fruits.
So was this the attraction for the invasion of Africa before enslavement?
Yes, it was. When the invasion of Africa started thousands of years ago, racism was not yet invented. It was just some poor people attacking some rich people to rob them of that which they did not want to pay for. You don't often hear of rich people attacking poor people to rob them, right? So that was what happened. Fast forward to now, and the situation is relatively the same. A people with less resources exploiting a people with more. And now, since racism is added to their attitude towards us, African leaders must develop a sense of urgency to stop this exploitation. The solution starts with having a goal to take charge of their resources and become a developed continent. The starting point is obviously education and training. Now, here's a brother making some valid points about our inadequate education system.
Someone must speak the truth, and we must be honest about these things. So we can't have black children born in debt because they want systematically to trap us and to continue the slavery, systematic slavery, because slavery is not physical anymore. It's in the systems, the religious systems, the economic systems, the political systems, the education system. Nonsense, this education system. There's nothing that you're teaching our kids. You and I are product of nonsense education systems, boo. Somebody gotta tell them. Somebody gotta tell them. 30% of nothing. Even if it goes to, even if they say pass mark is 80%, it's 80% of nothing. There's a German kid right now, as you and I speaking, subject to mining. But when you look at his continent, wherever he comes from, there's no minerals underground. But the boys and girls are being taught about mining and minerals. Me and you, there was no subject called mining in high school. What mining were you taught in high school? What's the process to start a mine? Just tell me basics of mining. But mining is a strong pillar, probably amongst the strongest pillars of our economy. So that means that there's a child in Germany somewhere that's being prepared, in Asia somewhere that's being prepared to come and run this economy, while your kids are being prepared to come and work for those German kids that are going to come here in future. Because your kids are being taught how to do nonsense, how to label an insect. Insect insecting. Listen, our economy in this country, it's agriculture. Our economy in this country, I can even break down what agriculture is. Mining, manufacturing. Why aren't those things primary subjects in primary school, in high school, so that you've got a basic understanding of your own economy?
So once we have educated and trained our people to exploit our resources, where is the strategy to put it into action? It's very expensive to extract minerals, oil, and produce finished products.
Okay, before I answer that, I hope our audience enjoyed the video we just shared. Please subscribe and like the video, help the channel grow. Okay, the strategy. The education system Africa embrace should go beyond just practical skills and such as mining. It should teach critical thinking. This is a problem-solving way of thinking, and it's it's only taught at the high end tertiary in advanced learning institutions, because most humans are led with our emotions. It's based on a simple formula, and it can be used to decipher literally any problem. So the basic formula is this: all men are mortal, fact. Julius is a man, also a fact. Therefore, Julius is mortal, an unavoidable conclusion. So yes, let's use that formula, and as an example, on a subject matter that the world is misled on, that virus cause diseases or cause flu. Over 600,000 of us die from flu each year, and it's claimed that flus are caused by viruses. Now, if flu is caused by viruses that are passed from person to person, and the strength of our immune system is relevant, it will kill more babies and children than adults, since they have weaker immune systems, and they get more hugs and kisses than grown adults usually. Since this is not the case, the vast majority of deaths from flu are over 65, overwhelming majority. Since it's not the case that babies and children are the majority by any stretch, less than 1% actually. Flus are not caused by the spreading of viruses, if we're using logic and science. So, okay, back to the strategy. The strategy for Africa is very simple. All African countries should have a standing agreement that they will always act as partners to exploit every mineral found on their continent for the benefit of Africa. There are 54 to 56 countries in Africa. Each country would invest in the education and training of the people, and also invest in the exploitation of the mineral or oil. And the country with the oil and mineral should get the largest share of the revenue, and each member of the partnership receives a fraction of the revenue in proportion to their investment. It's just about this simple. The best plans are uncomplicated.
Well, that's all for now, folks. So until next week, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, and also leave a comment. Thank you.
Yes, and also from me, to help the channel grow, because that's the way we can keep doing what we're doing, please subscribe, like the video, share it, leave a comment or ask a question, and I will see you next week.